What up?
What's up?
Happy Sex Talk Monday. Sex Talk Monday. Sex Talk Monday. Sex Talk Monday.
Let's
Sex.
make this song.
Monday. Why is it different every time? I have no idea.
Don't know.
I have no idea.
We
What's
need to settle on something.
We need to figure something out.
But I do kind of like that.
I did too. I was feeling it. A little roll back.
Monday.
Showing our age with this.
Yes, it still worked though with the body roll. Anyway.
Okay. Today. Oh, first of all, who are we?
Who are we? Oh, me?
I mean, your name is first down there, so.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tamara. I am a yoga instructor, Pilates instructor, a sex guru. Yes. And the other half, or one half, of Sexual Enigma.
Yes. Whoop, whoop. And my name is Robin. I am a yoga trapeze instructor, a personal trainer, a life coach, and the other half of Sexual Enigma.
Yes.
Oh, and
what?
Sexual guru, sexual health lover, just
sexual health lover.
Why not? Why not?
Lava. Anyway,
so today we are talking about pillow princesses and more. Lazy sex. Maybe not lazy sex. What is a pillow princess? Maybe what's a mattress queen?
What is a mattress queen? I ain't never heard that, y'all.
All sorts of things.
I'm trying to.
We talking about it today.
Let's talk about it.
And I'm so excited because we also have a guest today to talk with us about this.
Yes.
And I'm going to
Wait a minute.
Oh, my bad. You're right. Kombucha Wars.
Clank, 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 clank.
So the kombucha we are drinking today,
we are
finishing it because it's a big ass
bottle. We had to finish that bottle.
You see how big this thing? My head is already kind of big, and then here we come with this big ass bottle. So we're drinking ginger lemon today.
Yeah, we're down to the bottom of it.
This is the end. That's why it look a little
yellow.
Yeah, murky, but it's good.
She said murky.
Just look a little
murky.
Really? Yep, still good.
It works. Still good. That's all of it down there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Pillow Princess topic today. You were watching Sex Talk with Sexual Enigma, and let's bring in our guest.
Special guest.
Yes.
Hello, goddess. Look at the goddess.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Okay, so I'm Malika.
Yes.
And just so that people pronounce it right, I like Malika. You'll never forget it. I am a school administrator. I am not a self-proclaimed sex anything, but I do know what a pillow princess is. And I plead the fifth, whether or not I know from personal experience or just heard about it, but I was invited to talk about it. So here we are.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here, Malika.
Yes. Why did she say she plead the fifth, though?
I mean, because she is her right.
I mean, I don't know who's watching. But you know, I read about some things. So
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, would you love to give us like what your definition of a pillow princess is, and we'll kind of tag in on that?
Sure. Okay. So
the
first time I'm gonna start with the story. So the first time I heard the term, I immediately went to Google because somebody asked me if I was a pillow princess. I was like, what? I don't know what that is. Googled it and was like, oh, someone that likes to receive pleasure and really could care less about giving it back. That's my interpretation of it.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, sometimes you may not. A lot of times when you're in that situation, you don't. And everybody's cool with it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So the first time I heard of Pillow Princess was actually from Malika.
Malika, did she ask you if you were a pillow princess?
No, she didn't ask me if I was, but like we were talking about the show, like, you know, okay, I do Sexual Enigma, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, do you know what a Pillow Princess is? I was like, not that I know of. Instantly went to Google and was like, oh, I know now.
That Urban Dictionary definition hits.
that's the one I wrote down.
Okay, let's hear the Urban Dictionary definition.
Okay. Oh, did I write that one down?
Come on, you gonna say you wrote it down, and then you
I did.
sure?
A female who likes to receive sexual pleasure but does not often return the favor herself.
Yes. Okay.
But I will say, not finished, that it originated in the lesbian LGBTQIA community. I knew all the letters. I had to write them down, but I knew all the letters. So anyway,
I was totally about to say that. Huh?
I feel like the letters change. They're more added on all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. I think, and that's why some people may say the alphabet.
Yes.
community,
And I hope that's not rude, but
I wonder too. I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable saying. I feel like that's me and it's downplaying like all of the, anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Pillow Princesses.
Yeah.
I feel like I just add more things for those letters, so it's fine.
Okay.
Who knows?
Who's going to drink on that?
Please don't come for me, that community.
Don't come for her.
Definitely not trying to like put you out.
No, but it is a lot of letters.
Yeah, we're trying to,
and we respect them all.
We do respect them all. It's just a lot to remember.
Yeah. But I'm glad you mentioned that. It started in that community as someone or a woman who, like we've already said, kind of lays back and enjoys receiving. But usually in that instance, in the gay lesbian community, the woman who is doing this is usually bi-curious and is not comfortable giving oral to another woman at that time. And so
or it could be it could be a female that could be considered butch and doesn't necessarily want that pleasure herself. Yeah. And so they just want to give also. Yeah.
Yes. Right. And so like people, if you have that relationship where it's like, one is like, yo, I really just want to give. I'm not really into receiving. And then you got your pillow princess like, great, because I'm not really trying to give.
If it's a mutual consensual thing, let it work for you.
Let it work for you.
Win-win.
Yes. Have y'all heard of starfish?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit more.
I saw that. Girl.
Starfish. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You brought it up. I saw that. I said, I can't.
You can't go there?
I don't know. Something I need to write down.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, write it down. So
what a starfish is.
A starfish has two meanings in the lexicon of sex terms.
Okay.
The first one is the small cross shape made by the sphincter muscle. So that's your booty hole. That's one term. But the one that really kind of goes in with what we're talking about is the second one, which is a female sexual partner who remains unmoved during lovemaking, physically non-responsive like a starfish. So arms are spread out, legs are wide, and she's just there.
Receiving.
Just receiving.
Not putting in any work.
No work.
No work. No sweat bead, no perspiration, nothing. Listen. Hair still straight.
I see why I'm not really familiar with that term. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I've never, I mean, out of the people that I talk to about like sexual health and such, I don't remember anyone ever being like, yeah, I starfished it or something like
that. Yeah, no, I've never seen that term till last night. Till I started doing my research. I was like, starfish, oh goodness, I haven't seen the positions that were for lazy people. I said, oh, okay.
But it may not, so, I mean, it could be a lazy thing, or it could be I don't know how to be active in the, like, I don't know.
I feel like that sometimes it may not be the scenario of that night. Like in the play, in the scenario of having sex that night, maybe one person gets it, like receives oral sex, and the other one, they don't get the chance, to reciprocate because they've flipped into something else. But it doesn't mean that you're a pillow princess because you didn't, right?
What do you think?
I think those terms are not mutually exclusive. I think they're totally different.
Yes, they are.
So as you were speaking, I'm like, the only thing I could think of that falls into that is like drunk sex. like, you're with your partner, you're pissy drunk, you can't move, but you're cool with it. You're like, like this is y'all thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I don't know. I just don't, because I think even like as you are pillow princessing, you are not just laying there if it's good. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Like there's movement. There's like your body
like tapping on the head here and there.
Yeah.
So do you think? Okay, so when I think of pillow princess, I'm thinking you're receiving, because there's no way, like you just said, like we just said, that you're not feeling it. Mm-hmm. You're just laying there, like. Well, what are you doing?
Wait, well, everybody's different, right?
So like a pillow princess situation, I guarantee you that whoever it is, guy or girl, knows what they're doing. Because why would you do a situation that's not going to be pleasurable to you?
Right.
So I can't imagine just laying there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine someone just laying there.
Well, that's what the starfish is. They're just laying there. And they may be receiving pleasure, but maybe they're not outwardly, or there's hella high or hella drunk, and they can't move. They just like, it's so much stimuli and I'm kind of sleepy. Like,
oh my gosh. And I'm kind of sleepy at the same time. What?
I'm just I can't really talk about that one.
You know what? That may be for some people. Obviously, us goddesses today are like, we don't understand that.
No, I don't understand that.
How would you feel if, like, imagine being the partner giving to a pillow princess or a starfish? Like, what would that feeling be like?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I think a feeling for a pillow princess is different than a feeling for a starfish.
Keep going. Tell me more.
I'm not familiar with the whole. I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm not familiar with both. But no, I just feel like I think a lot of times that pleasure of the giver comes from the reaction. So if that person's just laying there, how do you know if you're pleasing this person?
Right.
And then, like, where does your excitement come from?
Right.
That's come from somewhere. Like, there's a reason why people like to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a starfish would be good for like some BDSM relationships where you have your dominant and your sub and, that top bottom stuff. Like,
so what in their play that it's like, I don't want you to react?
It could be. It could be like, getting pleasure from making things so intense, but the starfish person still has to like remain still and and that can be a level of arousal.
Mm-hmm. That's a control thing for the giver then.
Correct. And I think, like, I know there's a lot of people that I know that like to be in control in their sexual stuff, and so maybe that works for them, like having a pillow princess, having a starfish, and just being like, yes, great, I have full control over this.
You put it that way, I can see it.
Yeah.
But it has to come from the other person, though. It can't be like, I'm just gonna lay here.
Yeah. Like, because what are we doing? If you're just laying there, I'm like,
yeah, that's.
Now, if you're giving me your best, and you're like, don't move.
No, that's right.
No, I told you not to move. I'm gonna stop. That's a different story.
Right.
And like that can
now that's kind of
right. Yep. Well, okay. That would be the only way.
Okay.
Your face. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. So I just kind of want to take it back to where pillow princess, that word came from, and I want to pose a question.
Of course.
So pillow princess originated in the LGBTQ IA community, and any other letters I may have forgotten, please forgive. But and last week, or whatever episode it was before this one, when we were talking about sex and drugs. So we did an episode on sex and drugs. And in that episode, we talked about a word or a term called chemsex.
Ooh, yes.
And how chemsex originated in the gay community, and it was a term for having sex under the influence of a drug. And so that community has felt some type of way as it's become more mainstream into the heterosexual realm and people using the term chemsex. It's just kind of like, but this isn't your word. Yeah. And so I wonder if there are some same reservations or irritations even in the lesbian community about pillow princesses and how that's been.
I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Since I think we had that interview with Shakir, and he mentioned how it was like, you know, how like your community has something that's just for your community, and it's been around for a long time, and now it's coming out mainstream, and it's not meaning the same exact thing that it meant that it originally meant. So I thought about that too, and I was like, oh,
yeah. So if anybody's out there,
term that we using, not a term, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, no,
I haven't answered to that one.
I don't either.
I know, and I'm not. So just putting that out there, I would love to hear like what people think or how people are feeling about that, especially those in that community.
Yeah, definitely reach out.
Yeah, just you know, food for thought, random food for thought.
So I've never thought about that though. Good point.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I found some signs to look for to see if you're a pillow princess.
Okay, let me get my where's our pen? Wasn't there a pen? Let me get this pen.
So, but if you have some, please jump in. Okay.
You know,
I'm gonna like check off on my paper where nobody can see. Just for my own personal knowledge.
I got that. I understood. So one, some of them I don't agree with, but I'm like, okay, whatever. You get head way more than you give it. So you receive oral sex way more than you give it.
I mean, dudes, okay, let me say this because I think on average, dudes receive head way more than they give. Excuse me. Maybe it depends on the dude.
Yes.
But I don't know because and you know there's a term called pillow prince. Yeah, it's just the opposite. Like it's a dude who's like, yeah, give me come on, give me this head. You got to
do the things women like.
Just gonna let that sit.
Somebody needs a refill.
Don't get you.
Wait, did you tell us what you drinking on? What you sipping on?
Well, I had water and was told I needed to upgrade. So
yes, girl, look at
some bubbly. So I upgraded the water to some bubbly.
Yes.
I love that upgrade.
Yes.
Me too.
It's sexy.
It is very sexy. With the whole thing is sexy now.
What I say? Sexy grown sexy. We are the sexy grown.
Works for me.
Okay, so you receive head more than you
this is what I was talking about. Like sometimes the scenario doesn't
allow you to give.
Yeah, because you don't flip into something else.
That's
you're both still giving, you know, but it may be this different position you're in. You're like, oh, hold up, this is, you know. I'm just saying. So go ahead, check off and not check off or whatever. 2 is your favorite position. Positions are missionary, spooning, or doggy while lying down. Let me say it again.
Well, so
got it.
You got it. Okay. Everybody's like,
but for the listeners, go ahead. Say it again.
Okay. Missionary, spooning, and doggy while you're lying down,
or any position really that involves you lying down mostly.
Yeah, but you can still be working it. That's why I was like,
you can.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, but the energy's just not there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it honestly, I think it's harder. It can be more challenging to be like super engaged when you're laying on your back. I'm just like more if you don't have the glute work and
if you take my yoga class or trapeze yoga,
yes, this is true.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Just fine. But these positions allow you
bridge. What you talking about? I'm just saying.
I wish I could see her put up her leg underneath the table.
I can. The good one. Anyway.
But just a little bit more. So these positions allow you to stay put, lay down, enjoy what your partner is doing to you. And this is most likely where the connotation of lazy comes into play.
Yeah, I get that. Even like, because so I was also looking up lazy sex. And they had like reverse cowgirl and cowgirl.
For a dude?
For a dude.
That is lazy sex. Oh my gosh.
But you
so much work.
It is a lot of work, bro. That's why we be getting tired. We're like,
that's why we don't skip leg day. Just saying.
Yes. You can't, I mean, it can't be lazy. I mean, you know, it's effort. Right? It'd be effort for the man too.
I've checked that box just so y'all know.
Okay.
Doggy style laying down, that's my number one favorite right there. So put that out there.
I'm here for it. Okay. I just want to say, I'm glad that there are designated lazy sex positions for guys.
Yes.
Because yes, that's all.
No, go ahead, say it, girl.
I'm just,
I've
because it's not all women that can be lazy, it's men too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
time out. Just because you have lazy sex does not make you lazy.
That is true.
I think it's more about like how you receive pleasure, right? So like if I'm like face down with my booty up in the air and somebody's behind me, like you hit that spot right there.
Yeah.
Being lazy, that's just what feels good.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I have a problem being called lazy because
that hit on one of why those stereotypes can be kind of damaging, because it can be how you receive pleasure. Like this, like you said, this is my spot, face down, and because you hitting.
That's the way I like the yeah.
Thank you, Robin.
I mean, we all said it in our head.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad. So, I mean, it could be that's just it's the spot. That's the way you receive pleasure. So, okay, on to 3. This is right. You call out the moment you feel even an eensy bit of uncomfortable. Like, like say you like your legs up, you a missionary, and then it's gone way too back, but you just tap it out. No mas. She's like, bruh, you can hold that a little bit longer. And you be like, no mas.
As soon as you feel
like
you out, no, this is all supposed to be all pleasure. That leg went too far back. But if you come to yoga class or trapeze, your leg can go real far back and you'll be fine.
You'll be right. You'll
be good.
You'll be good. I'm just saying.
But I will say that sometimes that leg up, after a while, like you'll be like, bruh, can put this down? I need a break. Can we switch to the other leg?
That's true. But if you come to yoga and Pilates class,
your stamina will increase for sure.
So, yeah. So
I don't know. I feel like that one is subjective.
Right.
Because everyone's tolerance for how long a position can be held somewhere is different.
Yeah. I mean, an hour. That's too long, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Regardless of the yoga.
An hour's too long.
An hour's just too long in general at my age.
Really? She said, oh my God, Larry. Do you remember? I remember back in the day, like being younger, talking to friends and being like, oh, so and so went this long and blah, 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 blah. And now it's like, bruh, if it's good. And
give me 15, 20 minutes, all I need.
Yes.
I don't need that much. But I digress.
Like, we don't need a whole marathon thing. Like,
not at my age.
We could take a break though and then come back.
Yeah, break and come back.
And hour straight is
that on the list?
It's not on the list. Yeah, sometimes the hamstrings need a break.
Bruh, yes. Hamstrings, glutes,
back. Right. Need a break. Need a break.
Yes.
Let's keep it real.
And here's another one. When you're being tied up because it's fun because you don't have to do anything.
That's like the next level of starfish.
Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna get tied up. Yeah, tie me up.
So if you are a starfish,
right? That is supreme.
Yes. And you know what? I actually think if you're a starfish and you allow getting tied up, it actually seems like you're more engaged in it. To me, like, I feel like versus like, I'm just here.
Because you're being forced to, so it's no longer your personal choice.
Yeah. So it just kind of looks like, oh, you know, they're more into it because they allow me to tie them up.
Yeah, but you have to do all the work. But I'm just gonna lay here tied up. You'll totally continue. Oh, I think this is starfish. You totally continue to watch TV while you're getting. Oh, this is railed. But having sex. We'll say that.
You know, I feel like that can be lightweight disrespectful.
I think so too. Not lightweight. I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. What's on the TV screen? Actually,
this porn to help enhance.
Yes, that's different. But if we just watching like a regular show,
that's rude.
Some comedy.
Nope. I'm not with the distractions. I'm good.
Like it takes you out of the situation. Yeah. Like I'm trying to be in this.
Well, you're clearly not a starfish or a pillow princess. So you haven't made this list yet. Okay. I didn't really get this one. It says you're a sex toy or bus kind of person.
Oh, I get it. Because with a sex toy, you don't have to do anything. The sex toy is doing all the work to get you to climax.
I don't understand the sex toy or bus part though. Like, what's the bus part?
I don't either.
I thought bus as in like orgasm. Like, that's what I thought when I heard it. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, that's like an all or nothing. Like, I either want a sex toy or nothing. Like, it's sex toy or a bust. That's the way I interpret it.
Okay,
I think you might be right though. Yeah. But I get why sex toy is on there. Like, especially if it's just like a clitoral stimulation one or like But
that's like all the pleasure is yours.
Yeah. There's no giving. You're just receiving all the pleasure. And you don't have to do much. Well, depending on what type of toy you're using. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do much.
That's why I was like, what toy are you using? Because that's still effort. But then you're right.
If you're using like a dildo or one of those like horse things where it's like a mechanical thing and then you ever seen one of those?
No.
Bro, you're like looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't know.
I need to know more about this mechanical thing that you put down and you sit on. But then that goes against number 2.
Your favorite position is missionary. Yeah. So that's what
you gotta
say. Malika is taking notes because she knew what number that one was. Like. She's shy. Right. Oh, wait a minute. That was number 2.
That was number 2. Yep.
We both look at the paper like, really?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what can I say? I have a memory like an elephant.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. I think it just depends on the toy.
I guess so, but I feel like if you're working the toy, that's still effort you got to put in to work the toy.
It depends on the toy. Like you could have clitoral suckers and
that's true. That one with the tongue,
you just hold in one spot
and
let it go.
The tongue and then
the rose.
The what?
Oh God. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
No, I just didn't hear you.
No, I said the rose.
Oh yes, the rose. Yes.
What is
it's got a little tongue.
Oh, that thing.
And it looks like a little rose.
I personally tried it and sent it back. But we can talk about that another day.
You sent it back?
I hated it. I thought it was terrible.
Oh no. I haven't tried it. I've seen so many like
was it the feel of the tongue? Like,
I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was just weird. It just didn't do anything for me. So
I always wonder when I look at it, I'd be like, does it have like the tongue feel? Like,
yeah, that's
do they give you like sort of? Yeah, I don't know.
It's plastic.
Yeah, and then that's hard.
We can't be hard on my no, man.
You would send it back to.
Okay. Then.
Okay.
No,
thank you very much for letting us know.
Sorry.
Appreciate it.
My last one.
Yes, go ahead.
You tell more than you show. So you probably talk a lot of smack and don't be showing.
So that goes with one that I have, that you're an expert at dirty talking. Ooh. Since you don't like doing sexual things to your partner, you make up for it by talking dirty.
So I had a conversation with one of my best guy friends, and he does not like dirty talk. I wonder if many guys are like that.
Does he not like receiving dirty talk, or does he not like doing dirty talk?
Both, but especially receiving. He said it's distracting, and it just threw him off.
Interesting.
And what about, like, I always think like there's levels of dirty talk. Yeah. Like, to me, like the hardcore, like, but don't do that. I'm not there. You can say some things, but some things I'm like, what
you say? That's how he feels. Like, ooh, that's nope.
Yeah, like, and I'm not, but I like to hear dirty talk, but we just can't do the hardcore, like, porn stuff like that. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, but I do like dirty talk. I mean, and I personally couldn't say that, when we talked about, like, I'm not like, that I may be a pillow princess. I try to, but I do it with
Even like, sometimes I'll be like, bro, you need to repeat that so the world can hear you. Sometimes she'll be like, what?
Yes. Well, that's how it sounds when I try to do dirty talk. Like, what'd you say? Yeah. Because I'm not a dirty talker. I'm learning to, like, flirt more and say suggestive things, like, throughout the day, but like dirty talk and
during it's not your jam.
Not try about, like, what guys like what do guys prefer? Because I think as women we don't know, right? But he clearly told me that anytime she's like doing all of this, doesn't like it, turns him off. It's a turn off. So I don't know. I'd be curious. And, like, what exactly does that dirty talk sound like?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so I think, we're always talking about, like, having conversations with your person that you're doing things with. And, like, now I'm like, man, I think that needs to be one of the questions, like, what do you like in your sexual experience? Or really, what do you do not like? Like, tell me the don'ts.
Yeah.
So I know, like.
Do you guys remember Salt and Pepper had a song? Okay, so I said Salt and Pepper.
No, I like Salt and Pepper.
Many years ago. Sexy Noises Turn Me On.
No, I don't remember
that song.
Sexy Noises Turn Me On.
Oh, girl.
Sexy Noises Turn Me On and On. Talk to me. You can't go wrong. I like the sound of your hips when you're something.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, Salt and Pepper had a song back in the day called Sexy Noises Turn Me On. And I remember, and I was probably way too young when it came out. But, like, when I think about, like, sex talk, I like the noise, but I don't want the words. Like, I want you to tell me that you're enjoying it, but don't talk unless you're telling me how to make you feel good and it's really, like, applicable to what we're doing in that moment. Moan, yell, whatever. Don't talk to me.
So we got some of the lyrics pulled up. Okay, I'm about to say this one spot. Okay. I love it when you whisper down my ears. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Love it when you breathing down me face. Ooh, baby. Love it when you rub down my spine. Ooh, baby.
Love it when you drink white wine.
I do like white wine, so come on.
Sexy noises turn me on. Talk to me. You can't go wrong.
That's
I like the sound of your something when, I don't know. That's the part I don't remember. Something with your tongue.
I don't know if we can play it because we might get. Oh yeah, we might get
fine.
Because we don't have rights to it.
Okay, we don't have rights to it.
But
anybody listening can pull it up.
Yes, check it out, Salt and Pepper. I would have to say, like, where are you talking? I agree with you. Like, I don't need all of the talking. You know, I'd rather, I'm auditory, but I don't need the words. Like I'm fine with like sounds and stuff.
Sounds are nice.
Yeah.
Sounds are nice.
Because then words, like I feel like I have to respond to your words, and it's a lot of pressure.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're right though. I'm with you.
I feel like I have to respond. Well, I get that.
Yeah.
Just say that.
And it's easier for me to respond to noises than it is for me to respond to like words, because I have to think like, well, what's something like cheeky that I could say back?
Like, give me some guidance. I'm gonna speed up, slow down, but don't talk to me.
Right. the key things, like this is what you really need to
let me know what I'm doing, what I could do better, and then that's all I need.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I like a little talk. I agree with, like, we don't have to respond. Just say something.
Just say something.
Some things, and you know, it doesn't have to be a long conversation about the whole thing. I know.
All right, let's go into another one.
Okay.
Mattress Queen. So we got Pillow Princess. We talked about Starfish. Mattress Queen.
She only wants to do it in the bed? I don't know. I'm guessing.
I heard it the first time when Robin said it today.
Okay. Do you have any clue what it may?
No idea.
Okay, so we both
for Robin.
All right, so we got two definitions again. The first definition is a term used to describe an individual that receives money or other tangible assets in exchange for sexual favors.
That's called a. Go ahead.
That is one Mattress Queen definition.
Okay.
Definition 2, a woman who is known to sleep around a lot, that she is always on her back on the bed.
Ooh.
Yeah. So depending on like how you feel about these definitions, you may agree with them or not. But that's what we found.
So one gets paid money or real estate. What
money.
Sorry.
Or you know what, tangible assets in exchange for sexual favors. Yes.
A car, a home. I'm just saying. And the other one is just likes to sleep around. I mean, that's like, but a woman who sleeps around.
Yeah, but that she's always on her back in
she's
bed. That's a part of the sleeping around, is that she's always on her back.
Oh.
And this second term really implies what we talked about recently about like slut shaming and whatnot. Actually, both of them kind of imply slut shaming. Sex workers, look.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what it sounds
they get
like.
money.
Yeah,
they get what they need. So,
and it's a long-lived industry. It's been it's been around for like millennia. So
yeah. And also it says that this term is used by some women to refer to other women they believe or want to believe makes her money by having sex with wealthy partners.
So bringing down another woman.
Yeah.
A woman.
Some haterish
hateration. Don't be mad because you can't get money for yours. I'm Don't put down someone else's game. I mean, you know, may not be for you. But
well, you know, there are some people who may feel some type of way about being identified as one of these terms. Like, I don't know, I think if somebody were to come to me and be like, "Oh, you a pillow princess," I'd be like, "Oh, excuse me,
right?
I'm active. Don't come for me." But in honesty, it is not. I don't think it's a bad term. If that's how you receive pleasure, then that's how you receive pleasure.
So I think that when it comes to pillow princesses, I feel like if you tell somebody, "Hey, look, just let you know, I'm somewhat of a pillow princess," then they know right off the bat whether or not you are somebody that they want to be with. You're almost setting an expectation early.
That's true.
So I don't know.
You're being real about yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Owning it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes. Owning your pleasure. That's one of our topics.
Listen, I had a guy volunteer to be the giver in a pillow princess situation. And I had to straight tell him, you ain't built for that. Because I know at the end of the day, there's going to be more that you're going to want. And so you're walking into this situation thinking that like, this is what it's going to start out to be. Mm-hmm. But like, you got to know that you're like, this is what you're about. And if you're not about it, then you're going to be disappointed. And then I think that's where the issues come in.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, people starting out with one expectation in a situation or relationship, and then changing that expectation later, but then not communicating the change to their partner, and then get like secretly mad, like, she don't never give me head.
Like, in the beginning, I believe communication is key.
Yeah.
Get out there.
For sure.
Always.
Yes.
Always. No, we didn't turn on the light.
Oh, well. It's fine. All right. So just to kind of like bring this home.
Bring it home.
Pillow princesses, those who may have checked off some of the boxes on our "do you know if you're a pillow princess or not" list.
Yes.
I would say don't equate that to just lazy sex. Like, if you are a pillow princess and you may want to be more active, like, be more auditory, or take a leg up, or take a leg wrap around, or grasp.
Oh, literally take a leg up.
Yeah, take a leg up, take a leg around, or like, grab your partner's head or back or whatever. Like do some hip thrust. Those things will take you out of the pillow princess realm.
If you're trying to get out of
it.
Some people may be like, I'm fine.
And it could be situational.
Yes.
Situational.
Very much so. So it's not terrible. I think it's all in who your partner is.
Yeah.
And being true to yourself of what you want.
Right. And how you receive pleasure. I think that was a really good point.
Thank you. I'll be trying to bring a little something. What else? You got anything? What you think? What's like the...
Oh boy.
out of the
I was like, it's coming.
Yeah, what is it, Robin? What you got?
Out of the things that we talked about, if you had to like give just a little bit of, not necessarily advice, but maybe encouragement to someone who might be a mattress queen or a pillow princess or a starfish or whatever, what would it be?
Own it.
Yes, I like it.
A lot of times people, if you are a pillow princess, you've already recognized that in yourself. And like, you find a situation. Apparently, I had a conversation with this guy recently, and he was like, yeah, that's becoming more and more common, where guys just want to give and not necessarily need to receive. So like, if you meet somebody like that like in that situation works for you, enjoy it. There's no guilt. There's no shame. Just be open and honest about expectations. And if things shift, you have another conversation.
That's nice that they like to give things women like.
Be open like that in the world.
Listen, you know what? I think that's so key. Be open to receive. Like, we kind of in society, I feel like I say this often, but sometimes in society, I feel like they make women feel bad about receiving things. Like, oh, there has to be something attached to what you receive, or oh, you're lazy if you're just receiving XYZ, or you're not working hard enough, and just all these kind of negative things. And it's like, listen, be in a place of receiving. And that's okay. It's okay. That is okay to be in a place of receiving, and then be thankful for that.
Be thankful.
Be thankful for some good head. You know what I mean? Like,
how about you thank me for allowing you the pleasure?
Yes. That was actually one of the stereotypes. It's like, it makes women feel insecure, but like you said, own that.
Own it. Malika said it.
Oh, it's
own it.
Own it, Melanie.
Own
that.
It is what it is.
I mean, maybe it's like I said before, it's situational. So you may have one situation where like that is what it is, and you have another situation where it looks 100% different.
Yeah.
You could be the rodeo queen, right?
Okay.
Whole person, just
Yeah.
situation.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I appreciate that comment because certain partners bring out different things in a sexual experience.
Yes.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So one partner, you could be the pillow princess or starfish, and the other partner, like you said, you be the rodeo queen. Because it's a different feel with a different person.
Yeah.
So.
That was good.
But if you are a pillow princess, mattress queen, starfish, any of the topics, pillow prince, any of those, if you one of those out there, listen,
pillow prince,
own it.
We can talk about that a lot.
Pillow prince, they in the receiving position.
Oh, that's right.
They are enjoying receiving, whether it's head, whether it's
Isn't that all men?
That's what I feel like. Listen, dudes are real good at knowing how to like receive.
Hey, if you're gonna give it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay."
Yep.
And be like, "All right."
Exactly. I encourage more people to be pillow princesses, more women. Give it back to them. I'm just joking. Kind of.
Be in that state of receiving, okay? That doesn't mean you don't know how to give or you don't have the desire to give.
Right.
But I encourage people, be in that place of receiving. Yes. And then, give how you see fit. It's your life. It's your world. It's your world. So do what you do. Man, all right. This was fun.
Yes.
Listen, Malika, I appreciate you
here
and
I
taking
love your perspective.
Yes, taking this sex talk.
Having me.
This was so much fun talking about pillow princesses and all the things that come along with it.
Yes.
I hope, in the future you are interested in coming back on and chit-chatting with us.
Yes, we do.
We'll see. Robin knows how to reach me.
I'll wake up at any time.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You've been great, and I really do appreciate your perspective on our topic tonight. And we are gonna say our little goodbyes and stuff. So any last words, Miss Malika, before we let you go?
Like I said before, own it. Enjoy it. Own it and enjoy it.
That ish. Yes. All right, lady. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
See you.
Don't go anywhere. Just
I know.
All right, y'all. So that was our show.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. Yes. Hope y'all learned something.
Yes. I did not know about the mattress queen.
Mattress queen. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see was it the pillow prince?
Pillow prince.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's some pillow kings too. Yeah.
Or mattress kings.
Mattress kings. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Anyways, always good times.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. This has been Sex Talk with Tamara and Robin. Yeah. And we look forward to seeing y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.